So I meant when I said yesterday when I said that I'm just gonna come back stronger the next day. Today's the next day and we got an arm day. So before I even went to doing my, cable curls, I wanted to see if I could do the 75s for 1 rep. We end up getting the 75s for 1 rep with decent form, not the best form. So I wouldn't even call that a strict curl. I would call that like a little, like a decent form, not the best form. A little bit of momentum with the 75s, which is fine. Because, when you're doing a 1 rep max with dumbbell curls, you always going to end up having to use a little momentum. If you could do a strict curl for 1 rep with a certain amount of weight, I wouldn't even call that your max. That's just a weight that you just went overly perfect on. Like if a real 1 rep max with dumbbell curls is like a little bit amount of momentum, but not to the point where you're arching your back to the point where your back hurts. Like that's just ego lifting, right? But I wanted to see if I could hit at least like a 1 rep max on a lot of my movements. I did a lot of progressive overloading. We progressive overload on the preacher curls. As y'all saw, we did 1 rep with the full stack plus another 10 pounds. And we did a 1 rep max with the 75s. So this session was crazy because we actually did a 10-pound increase on the cable curls. If y'all don't know, we was repping the full stack plus 30 pounds last week, right? That's no. Yeah. Like no, that was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks we was repping the full stack plus. Well, no, it wasn't 2 weeks. It was 1 week and a half. So yeah, so 1 week and a half ago we did the full stack plus a 25 and a 10, and that's just like 35 pounds, right? So I was like, okay, since I did that, right, I'm going to do a 5-pound increase, and I did 35 plus 5, that's 40 pounds. So I did the full stack plus 40 pounds. We end up getting 3 reps with the full stack plus 40 pounds. I ain't gonna lie, in another week and a half, y'all, we could really get the full stack plus a 45-pound plate, which is 140 pounds, for like, another 3 reps, right? Because last week we did 140 for 1 rep. I wanted to see if I could at least get 1 rep with 140. And we end up getting 1 rep with 140 pounds on cable curls. And I was like, okay, so if I got 1 rep, if this is my 1 rep max with cable curls, I know like a week and a half or 2 weeks later, I will be repping this weight for like literally like 3-4 reps, right? And y'all know my rep range is the 3 to 5 rep range. Antoine, why is your rep range so low and why do you train so heavy? The reason why I train so heavy and the reason why my rep range is so low is because I've seen the most amount of intensity with low rep ranges. I've seen the most amount of progress with low rep ranges. I just find it so satisfying being able to feel the intensity on your first, on your first rep, on your second rep, on the third. But if I was to do like 8 to 10 or 6 to 8 reps, it would take me like a couple more reps. Like my first couple of reps you're not really gonna feel that intensity until you get to like the very end, right? This is coming from a person that used to literally do, like y'all remember, if y'all are OG to my videos, y'all remember, I used to literally do like 100 push-ups, 400 pull-ups. I used to do 20 rep sets. I used to do body weight dips in between, benching. I used to do supersets, drop sets. I used to do lightweight. I used to do like 30 rep chest exercises. I used to do like 3-4 sets of exercise. I used to literally train like an old head. Like I literally used to train, like my training was awful, right? Did I see progress? Yeah, I seen a little progress, but if I wasn't training that way, I would be way bigger than what I am now if I wasn't training the way I did back then. The way I was training back then was honestly awful. Was it fun? Yeah, it was fun, right? I enjoyed the moments where I used to literally, do, 50 rep leg days, 100 rep leg days where I used to literally spam like 20 rep Bulgarian squats. Like I used to love training until failure. Like that intensity, I used to have the same amount of intensity then and now. Like that never changed. Like when I used to train with light weights, I used to literally still train until failure. Like I would get like a weight that's really light and I would literally burn out to the point where I can't even lift that weight no more. I used to literally do that. Now we get a heavy weight and we do the same thing, but instead we are doing like 3 to 5 reps. We were originally doing the 3 to 8 rep range, which is the rep range that, I recommend for everybody. I recommend everybody doing 3 to 8. I don't believe everybody could get into 3 to 5 right on the beginning. Like if you're a beginner and you want to get to 3 to 5, like that 3 to 5 rep range, I would say start off with 3 to 8 first, the 3 to 8 rep range or the 3 to 10 rep range, and get used to the movements, right? Learn the basics, learn the correct form. And once you learn the correct form, once you learn everything that you need to know, how to have perfect form, how to control the weight, then you step into the rep range I'm in, which is that 3 to 5 rep range. When you're going this heavy, I want to, tell people, when you're going this heavy, do not, remember, you always have to have perfect form when you do this, y'all. Because if you are training with this type of weight and you look like, and your form is sloppy and you look like you're on the verge of literally like an injury, right? That means you're just ego lifting, right? When you're doing like 3 to 5 reps, you want that first, second, and third rep to be perfect. You want all those low reps to be perfect form. You want everything to be strategic, everything to be perfect, right? And that's how I like my sets to be. I like my rep range to be low. Every set took into absolute failure. No reps in reserve, 0 RER. You already know. We already say this. My videos has always been about me preaching, training to failure. I always try to tell people to train hard, because why wouldn't you want to give everything into something that you're passionate about, right? If you don't have passion, there's nothing, right? So if you're really passionate about training, right, this goes for anything in life. Like anything that you're passionate about, give your all into it, because it's just, why wouldn't you want to give your all into something that you love to do, right? People make it seem like you need to be sad or you need to be heartbroken in order to train hard. Maybe I just love what I do. Like, if you love what you do, you don't need to be sad. You don't need you don't need to be heartbroken in order to do the things what you don't feel like doing, on the daily. Like, you just gonna want to just do it, even though it's hard, even though you don't feel like it. Like, if you love it, you're going to just do it regardless of how you feel, right? So, like, I really get annoyed when people, I really find it disrespectful, but not, it's not really disrespectful coming from y'all, but, like, it's disrespectful to me, right? Which is fine, because y'all don't understand. But it's like, when people think that I'm heartbroken and all that, like, that stuff is really cringy and corny to me. Like, I feel like if you are heartbroken, if you need to be heartbroken in order to train at a certain extent, like, you're just a loser, bro. Like, you need to be training hard even when you feel good, even when you don't feel good. It doesn't matter how you feel. You should be training hard from the beginning, whatever. You don't need to be heartbroken in order to train hard. Like, I don't get why people look at me and think, oh yeah, he's heartbroken. He trains like that because he's heartbroken, or he posts these type of videos because he's heartbroken. No, that's just like that's just my type of style of content. Like, that's the stuff I love to do, right? That's the stuff I like to do. And I like to have a unique, style when it comes to the audios I use. I feel like I don't want to use all the audios everybody else uses. Like, I want to use the audios that I really enjoy and the audios that I really love. So if I see an audio that I really find that's unique and then I enjoy it, like I really like the audio, like how it sounds, I like the character that is playing in the audio, the TV show I have watched previously, if the audio is good, I'm going to use it, right? It has nothing to do with my mental health. It's just the audio, I fuck with it and it's hard, right? Like, it sound good. Like, I love the audio, right? Anyways, enough of me yapping about, how I feel when I train, or how I feel in general. I'm feeling good right now. Everything's going good in life. We are about to go tomorrow to the gym, and we are about to give 100% on every set, and we are going to progress. We are going to be stronger, and I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow.